and welcome to the gardens again. I'm here again. It's pretty dark, so I'm not sure how well this is going to do. There's a low light feature on here, but I have no idea what I'm doing. Still, I must sit down tomorrow on my day off and have a good old nose through the YouTube videos to see how to work this bloody thing. I say bloody thing, it's fantastic as far as I can see. But yeah, hope you're all doing well. And I wasn't going to do this in the garden because it was very dark, but I've walked around for the last 20-25 minutes until it got a bit lighter, so I was going to do it in the makeshift the orifice, but no, I'm making the most of it while I can, so zoop, there we go, and we're back. Yeah, I was thinking about what to do about today's little chatette, and I decided to go with the retail route. This time of year it's pretty chaotic. Everybody's charging around trying to find their Christmas cards, their Christmas presents, make sure everything's done, going crazy, looking forward to the point after Christmas where you suddenly realise you've got no money left and you're skinted out, and that's when you start having to worry. I don't do all that shit, to be fair. I've got a select amount of gifts that I get and cards, etc. So that's kind of me done. So I keep it nice and simple, then you can enjoy the festivities. I'm going to enjoy more this year because I'm not totally surrounded by Christmas in the shop I'm in now. Especially my new shop where I haven't got any decorations up because A, nobody's put any up. Whee, off we go. And B, I can't find any. So it's going to be sort of very Christmas free unless they do something about it. I'm just going to cross over here because there's somebody over there and I can't be bothered. So today I was talking about retail and the whole point of the manager, which some people seem to forget. I had an instance yesterday where I turned up at the shop I was covering and the floor was covered in stuff that shouldn't have been there, that should have been all done and sorted before I arrived, because that wasn't my job. Inadvertently it became my job and I did the job of somebody else who's in the same position as me, basically. So that was fun. I can't keep changing arms, I don't know what it is with me. My arms are normally quite muscular, but at the moment they feel quite light. Maybe it's because it's early in the morning, I don't know. I haven't quite woken them up yet. So yeah, the point of the manager. Some people would assume the manager is the person who oversees everything, which is correct. But to the point where you don't oversee everything and sit on your arse and do fuck all is the point I'm trying to make. If you're one of those managers that decides that they're going to squat down for the day, do absolutely jack shit, while your minions troll around you getting everything sorted out, then you're not really a manager, you're more of a lazy. I can't think of any other word for it. That's my interpretation anyway. Every time I've managed, you get stuck in. You do what needs to be done. Whee! Get in there, you bugger. I have to get even further away. I might need longer arms. But that's my definition really of a manager, as far as I can see it, where you turn around and you are willing to get stuck in with everybody else. I'm just seeing how slow I can go around. Woo. Try to find somewhere to stand so I can actually just talk rather than walk. Because I think at the moment I've done, let me have a check here, 5,500 steps. So I'm kind of really going for it today. I'm trying to get face the sun as well, so my beard catches the rays and looks magnificent. I am, of course, talking shit, as per usual. But yeah, that's my idea of management as such, where you have to be proactive in what you do. Two things really that have struck me is that a few people know that my workplace has changed from one shop to another, and they're actually, I don't like to, it's not really blowing my own trumpet because I didn't, but they were trying to say, oh, don't go, we like you here. And to me that is kind of the biggest compliment you can get. and I love that, and that does me, that's more important to me than potentially a boss saying that to me. Not that I don't mind it. I'm not very good at compliments anyway, but it's nice to have that connection where people remember and are like quite positive about me leaving, weirdly. They haven't said sort of good, glad you're going, so that's always a good start. That would be weird. I mean, I've had some compliments from my bosses, which is also nice. I don't know how to take them, but it's it's appreciated that if you do work, you get some sort of praise for it, I guess. I mean, it doesn't take a lot, and it makes a whole lot of difference. I've worked in companies before where they won't do that. It's literally you'll do something right, and then they'll pick out 3 things where they think you've done something wrong. And if you're working for a company like that, then they've really got to sort their shit out, because that's how people decide, well, I'm going to go somewhere else. Then you lose potential talent from your workplace and have gaps that are difficult to fill. But they don't seem to get that. It's a very strange situation as far as that's concerned. Like I say, I'm not very good at taking compliments. Anyone who knows me will know that. But sometimes it is nice to hear, and it's appreciated. I don't do the sort of like yay flag waving shit, but it's nice to hear it sometimes. And if you work for a company that doesn't do that, then maybe they should. If you run a company that doesn't do that, maybe you should, because it makes all the difference. If people think they're doing something right, they will try and do it better and more consistently in the future. What a beautiful sky. I don't think it's sunrise yet, actually. It's very bizarre. Sunrise is like 7. It might be just coming up to sunrise. I took a picture of the cathedral lit up, which I'm going to use as a thumbnail, because I'm not religious in that particular way, but it looked fucking stunning. There's always a thing about churches and that. But anyway, I digress. Again, you can sort of feel the history here. So basically, it's going to be a shame. I'm going to miss the people when I'm not covering the shop, because some of the customers are just characters in themselves, and it's nice to have that connection with people that you can have 2 ways of doing it. You can serve people behind a till, and you can make it something that really doesn't register with anyone. Or you can be one of the people that tries to sort of be like nice and polite and all the rest of it. And sometimes it's difficult. We all know that. It's difficult days you have. But as long as you can keep that up, missus, then, people remember that and they appreciate that. It sort of goes down the line, I guess, quite a bit. That's weird. It's very hazy behind me. Look at that. Oh, I ain't going to sprout wings, trust me. That ain't happening. It's like the bus driver this morning on the way into work. Hello, mate. I haven't seen you for ages. How you doing? That is how you do things. You remember details. You ask people how they are. You ask people how their day is going. They'll either give you a lot of information or they'll give you very little information, but at least you've asked, and it means that, do you care? Yeah. Some of the people you do sort of like want to know how they're getting on in their day. It's not. That is weird. It's very nice. I think I've misted myself up. Because some people, it's like with the charity. I think I picked it up from the charity, doing charity work. Some people just need to vent. Some people just need to get something off their chest, and they will do that, and they'll feel better for it. We all do that. We all need to vent sometimes. Some of us don't vent as much as we should, but it is something that's definitely healthy. And if it's given them sort of like a bit of a break in the day to get some shit off their chest, I don't care. If they've spent 20, 30 quid, fair enough. If they spent a fiver, I don't care. If they've just come in, looked around and gone, I don't really want anything, but my day is shit, fair enough. But it's just that connection you have And a lot of places seem to lose that in, I think I've said before, a lot of these shops now, they have, there's a weird image. Have I missed anything up? A lot of shops now have the old headsets on. I've got to walk away from here because I'm looking very angelic, and that's just definitely not me. I'm going to head over here. This camera's just going crazy. It's going to pick up a bird in a minute. And the art of the sell, the art of the retail, the art of the character building for people, or the my brain's totally gone now. The interaction between customer and, I was going to say patient, between customer and seller, if you will, has definitely taken a tumble. I'm going to try and go over here now because, oh, it's lost me altogether. Wee, hello, I'm here. I'm going to have to clean the lens, I think. That's weird. Oh no, it's sort of coming back. This is the trouble filming in this sort of light conditions. It certainly screws you up. I don't think it's a fog. I don't know what that is. Maybe it is the camera lens. It seems to be a bit better now. I have no idea. Whatever. Whoop, catch hold of me. I think the beard throws it off. I might have to just walk around like that. There we go. Yeah, I think the art of the customer, fuck's sake. Get in there, you bastard. I think that's, look at that. Oh dear God. Ooh. Let's press the right button. Oh my God, that's definitely gone funny. Hang on. There we go, let's do that. So yeah, I do love this camera though. It's fantastic. But it needs gentle persuasion as far as me actually figuring out what I'm doing. And some people might prefer this image because they ain't got me mug in it. Yeah, so anyway, the art of the customer interaction seems to be dying on its arse with self-service checkouts and stuff like that. But yeah, so if you're a manager or you're a leader in companies, remember that the reason that you're in the position that you're in is because A, you've either worked for it, B, you've inherited it, or C, there is no C, it's one of the two, or you've bought it. There you go, let's see. Jesus. Active tracking enabled, it can't find anything. Let me just give this a wipe. Okay, back again. There was actually some crap on the lens. I don't know where it come from though. Unless I don't know. That was weird, but we're back again. That wasn't actually fog or mist or a handy little filter. That was actually just weird crap that was on the lens. So there you go. Anyway, enough about my problem about crap on my lens. Who crap on my lens? So yeah, so if you're one of these people, remember that your whole infrastructure relies on everyone. It relies on you at the tippity top. It relies on managers. It relies on assistant managers. It relies on shop supervisors. It relies on shop assistants. It relies on, if you're in that particular area, it relies on volunteers. It relies on everything in that genre. I'm going to sit down for a minute because I'm just praising the fact I've now got a clean lens. That is weird. That's going to be even better now. Look at that. Wow. Full focus. Is that wet or is it just cold? I don't know. E. Graham Thomas, 1922 to 1993. Dorothy Thomas, 1983 to 2017. Loving memory. The benches around here have memorials on them. So it's quite sweet, really. Kind of weird. What was the age on there? 1993, 2017. Some of the ones around here are just crazy old. But yeah, so like I say, infrastructure's on, stuff like that. This is a bit like a TED talk, but it's not. It's a craggy talk. But I think it's very important. And I think it's a lot of times that gets lost in translation. So, yeah. I don't know. I think it's definitely something that needs to be addressed. A lot of these places, I'm not necessarily saying mine, but I think that job roles are kind of strange. I mean, I said I'd never do management again, and here I am doing management again. So I'm either naive, crazy, or just a knob. We shall find out. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. So that's kind of my tip of the day: is if you're in charge of people, make sure you're giving them the best. If people are in charge of you, make sure they're giving you the best. Especially in this time with retail, factories and stuff like that. It's been a while since I've done all that stuff, so I'm not quite sure. But stuff like retail and all the rest of it, especially this time of year, kind of keep an eye out for each other and see how it goes. So there you go. That's my crag talk for the day. Crag talk. So I'm going to leave it there. I've got to stitch these buggers together, so I'll probably get them in the wrong order and it'll look like complete trash, but we'll give it a whirl. But take care of yourselves anyway, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.